On today's episode, Sydney makes his YouTube debut. Sydney! A goat screamed in my face. Now, I don't confess to be a goat expert in any way, shape or form. I just really like goats. There's a large demand for goat meat in the UK and I've got a can-do attitude. So we thought, how hard can it be to farm goats? I mean, when you look at it, they literally live in the desert. So how hard can it be to farm them in the Garden of England? Oh, it's not good. It's hard. So there was only two things I knew about goats before we started this. One, they escape from anywhere, and two, they eat absolutely anything. But here's a few things I've learned since. I'm going to share them with you. Goats do escape from everywhere. You're on the wrong side of the fence, mate. None of you lot are meant to be in there. They don't respect fences. And whilst we're on the subject of fences, you'll find yourself pulling goats' heads out of fences. Several times a week. Goats hate electric. It's pretty much the only way to keep them in is an electric fence. Goats climb. They climb on everything. Goats get themselves into a lot of mischief. What have you done? That was silly, wasn't it? How have you done that? When you pick goat kids up, they scream at you like they're being murdered. You're not a screamer? Go on then, one more. But only because it's funny. Feeding time is not enjoyable. Goats can't handle any worm burden whatsoever, so you can't really graze them with sheep. They poo in their water buckets. Why? It's like a big game to them to poo in their water bucket. Why though? Goats do eat anything. They eat trees. They eat thistles. You're supposed to eat the thistle for the footage. Awkward. They even eat grass. Now, have you ever seen a goat give birth? Good girl. Good girl, go on. You got it. You got it. There it goes up. Lovely. We got a few different types of goats. We've got pygmies, which go for pets, like Sydney. Sydney! Hello, Sid. Hello, Sid. We've got purebred boars that go for meat mainly. Anglo-Nubians, which go for pets and for meat. And then we've got a mixture of the two, which is kind of a boar cross dairy breed. And we've got some weird ones. Goats are very, very easy to keep. It's just trying to make them financially viable that's not. You just need a really good sense of humour, a lot of patience and a good electric fence, and you're set. If I was to have a goat as a pet, I'd definitely have the Anglo-Nubians. They're just really, really polite natured goats. The only way I can describe them, they're just so polite and gentle, and they're just really nice to have about. I also really like the pygmies. They make fantastic pets too. On a more commercial basis, goats are becoming more and more not viable for us. We've got around 35 breeding nannies at the moment. We're probably gonna have to cut that right back down to about 20 due to the costs of food going up. We have to buy in oats for them, we're buying hay, we're buying straw, we're buying fodder beet, and all that is going through the roof this year. Red diesel's gone through the roof, fertilizer's gone through the roof, and those costs are passed on, and we're not able to pass that cost on as goat meat because there's some real cheap goat meat coming in from Europe. So if we were further along in our farming journey or our quest to become farmers, we'd probably either weather that storm for a year or two and you know, be able to play about with it a little bit. But at the moment we live hand to mouth, year to year, and we have to look at some of the things that cost us a lot of money. And over the winter, to winter all those goats, it costs a lot of money, so we're gonna have to cut that out to be able to stay afloat, unfortunately. But that's just it, that's just farming, that's just the way it is. Thanks for watching my YouTube on goats, an introduction to being a goat farmer. If you like this YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Just click the little button because it doesn't cost you a penny and it helps me. Thanks. Also, if you'd like to see more goat content, drop a little comment below, let me know, and we'll rustle something up.